Hi, today I want to talk about the future of pricing. More importantly, I want to talk about the future of pricing software and services. Historically, pricing has been cast away as this technical domain where these statistical people with more statistical knowledge will come and give you this fancy smancy statistics doing Van Westendorp analysis, conjoint analysis, and tell you here is how much people are willing to pay. Well, but the truth is that your positioning changes every other month. And AI is making sure that the industry is evolving at such a fast clip that you're not going to be able to do one survey every 6 months, which you're anyway not doing. You're doing like once in 2 years, and to understand the willingness to pay. So, as I see it, companies need to adopt and move faster. Earlier, what was a strategy that sat on a shelf or was done once in 2 years has to be updated very often. Customer segments are changing, your positioning is changing. Every time this changes, the willingness to pay changes, who your customer is changing, what they need changes. And therefore, it cannot be the case that you continuously have this external consultants that come in once every couple of years. Pricing has to go from that to being an operational agile function that either your product management team operates or your PMM or marketing team operates. And just like the release cycle of your product, pricing is updated. Now, the good part is that AI is already here to solve a lot of these problems. AI can already help create a lot of the repeatable dashboards that you need to take into account to see what's happening in the business. AI is already going to automate a lot of the data analysis that would otherwise take you weeks to do. And with just a couple of functions, or if you just do that work once, then that analysis is on tap and can be presented to the executives very easily. Competitive research, you can spin up a competitive research agent which comes back in an hour, something that used to take 2 to 3 days or even maybe 1 to 2 weeks for you to do. This changes the game, right? It changes the game from something that was done as a large one-time project to an agile function. And you have to start to think about pricing now as something that you just tweak and update, and maybe you make these changes in production every quarter. Pricing becomes similar to launching code. Pricing becomes part of the product management cycle, not something that happens every once in 2 years. And the good part is when pricing becomes agile, think about the compounded effect. That 10 to 20% that you were leaving on the table, now you're going to capture that every year. Think of the compounded value of that 10 to 20% in revenue over the next 10 years. Companies that would have made middling performance and let's say went up to 10 million ARR, in the same amount of time, that company can go to 25 million ARR with just compounded pricing. It's going to require a mindset shift. At Monetizing, we're building AI tools that businesses can use to do this job faster. We're building survey technology, we're building analysis, we're building reports that can directly connect into CRM to make this process faster. And we're also offering this as a service. But this video is not me pitching to you. This video is me saying that the time has come for pricing to be a service. Otherwise, you forego that 10 to 20% on the table in an economy that's bad, and the other person who's smart about it will. But the future of pricing is going to be ongoing, and AI is just going to further help pricing have that agility, right? AI co-pilots will be a thing for analysis. You will not need to spend tons and tons of time in Excel. And it's time to start to experiment, because the future of pricing is to use AI to be more agile. And that's pretty soon you're going to see the industry move in this direction. So thank you.